Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. Today we are back in the laboratory with 32,000 soldiers ready to do battle for your entertainment, and I kind of wanted to pay homage to the Tomb King trailer which came out a couple months ago, where we have the Dark Elves fighting, delving too deep into the Tomb King's temples and awakening them. So kind of the scenario behind this battle on this awesome looking custom map is we are obviously the Dark Elves. We've mustered a pretty crazy force of 14,000 soldiers to go looting and pillaging throughout the entirety of the Tomb Kings. However, we have mustered a pretty disgusting force of 18,000 who are willing to take us out, or at least will try to take us out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to group my units up, because you guys did suggest quite a few things last episode, how I should be using the AI General mod, which I do actually have on and we will be testing out, but I want to try and get my units a little bit closer to the enemy before using that, because it can sometimes really mess up and the AI can do some dumb stuff on these custom maps. So what I want to do before we do kind of stick that on, because it's really simple to use, all you actually have to do is just click Shift F9 with the units you want to be AI controlled, and they'll take complete control of them and just do its own thing. So we could maybe even give a contingent of our 14,000 Dark Elves to the AI to control, and we just take control of the other one. But I could also just use the locked attack move group as well, again, because you guys have been suggesting that I should maybe try and take a little less control and just focus a lot more on the graphics side of things, you know, creating a good battle for you guys to watch. Which I definitely agree I should be trying to do more. So I'm going to be messing around with the AI mod a lot more in the future, trying to get a better handle of it. That looks so good. I love the look of all of these guys just coming over. So many of them as well, just coming in between the gates. That looks pretty cool right there. And that's one of the wonderful things about the laboratory, is there's just always so many cool shots you can pick up, because of the sheer scale of it. 32,000 soldiers is insane. If you guys want to take a look at the balance power bar as well, I will leave that up to you guys to check out right there. So not bad whatsoever. We also obviously have our army over here as well, as the Tomb Kings are ready to move up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually give control of this force right here into the hands of the AI, and I'll maybe take control of this army right here, the main force, once we're a little bit more pushed up. But as I said, we will always be trying to take more control of these battles, trying to ensure that you guys get the best viewer experience possible. And please do give me ideas down below in the comments. I'm always reading the comments, finding out what you guys are suggesting and want to see. Can't quite see the Tomb Kings yet, but we will be ready to take... Oh my god, they're actually really, really close to us. They're reforming at the moment by the looks of it, to meet my force. The Hero Titan going invisible. Somehow that Hero Titan is invisible. Looks like some buffs going off as well. What the hell? Don't know why Cetra is blowing his load already. I guess because they probably can't even see this army yet. Yeah, that's probably the thing. They probably literally can't see this force yet. So that they're coming to meet up this force on the left and completely ignoring that. We've also completely forgot about our dudes over here as well, which we probably do need to match up. I mean, what we can do as well is we can literally just push this force like into this gap right here. They'll do a fine job of holding that, because again, that is a pretty nice position. So I did make sure to give the Tomb Kings just a whole wealth of constructs. They have Hero Titans, they have Necrosphinxes, War Sphinxes, they have a lot of their cool cavalry units as well, which shoot out magic missiles, as well as a lot of skeletons as well. But I did try to make them as powerful as possible, as I'm not going to be controlling this battle as much, because I'm going to be giving, you know, the control over to the AI when we do get into position. I haven't really played too much with the Tomb Kings either. Not the Tomb Kings, sorry, but Dark Elves too much. So it is a faction I really do need to take control of. And again, if we just go back over to our other section of armies, you can see these forces moving up through the ruins. And there's some really, really cool custom maps out there. I was messing around with a load of them today. Some of them just don't work in the laboratory and are meant more for like online battles. There's quite a few like sunken Tomb King temples and stuff like that, which I definitely do want to mess around with. We actually have Malekith himself up there on his dragon, Black Dragon. The legions moving forward. Can't believe we do have 32,000 men. That is crazy. So cool, let's go ahead and see how this works. So we're going to mess around with this. It's more like a test video, and if you guys want to see more of this, do let me know in the comments. We press Shift F9. It says 13 units now under enemy control. And they should just push up. Doesn't like they're working too much, though. Yeah, screw it. What we're going to do is we're just going to do this. Hopefully, oh no, I need to deselect them, right, and press that. Yeah, because the AI does try to set up their units first. Can we just do that and they'll push forward? Yeah, I think if I just do that, they will push forward and attack, right? There we go. They've all got attack commands. Because the AI does tend to struggle at the beginning. Like, it kind of goes through a phase where it has to put its units in a certain position to really get an understanding of what they have at their disposal. So I maybe should have put them under the AI control a little bit quicker. I mean, look at the distance as well. It's just littered with skeletons making their way over here. I mean, we're going to throw in a lot of units into fighting them anyway. Hopefully it'll be enough as we go down the battle line. We also have more soldiers over here as well. Probably what I'm going to do is once these guys get out of this terrain, I'm going to stick them... Actually, no, fuck. Let's just do it. We're going to watch this battle, and we're just going to stick these guys all on AI controlled and just hope for the best. We'll kind of go back to them and see just basically what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to form up really weirdly, but after they've done that, maybe then they will be a bit more normal. And then, like, just go into a normal combat scenario. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, this video is more about testing out how this AI mod does work. I imagine it's not the best on custom maps because there's a lot more terrain which the AI just isn't used to maybe fighting on. However, it's definitely worth, you know, messing around with and just seeing if it does work. I think at the moment we are fighting just, you know, putrid skeletons, which shouldn't be too much of a hassle. But again, I also don't even see too many of their large units either being committed to this fight. I guess all their constructs are maybe down here. You can see the Hero Titan right there. Oh my good lord. And as well, we've actually got, yeah, look at this massive increase right here of infantry. The cool thing is, though, over here, you actually get, like, Malekith using his magic independently, which is pretty cool. It's going to be a little bit of a mess, I think, right there. But you got some more units making their way up. The balance of power shouldn't be too much like out of our favor. And again, I'm just going to select everything and just stick everything under AI control. We're just going to see what happens, right? 32 units under AI control. Because stuff like this dragon, I feel like once units are maybe engaged, that's probably a good thing to do. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Give me ideas down in the comments. Do you guys think it would be better if I let I command the battle until we hit into combat, and as soon as the battle lines clash, then I put it under AI control? I think maybe that would be a lot more sensible instead of just letting the AI path find its way, because I think once it hits the enemy battle line, it's a very, very easy job of, like, you know, I'll fight this, and they'll basically then just, like, kind of look for another fight after the previous one has finished. The Cold One Knights clashing in, and it also saves me from having to do, like, magic and popping abilities on units, because they'll all be independent. And it also, I feel like, makes it a bit more competitive as well, because we're not so much commanding these battles whatsoever. We're kind of just letting the AI do their thing now, and we're kind of dictating the battle, because I feel like the AI is doing pretty smart stuff now. It's a little bit shaky here and there, but overall, they're doing some cool stuff. Malekith is bringing his advanced force, which was kind of the force which didn't even engage first, right round. Oh, we do have a Necro Sphinx, though, fully charged in. Is this a Regiment of Renowned one? I think this is the Regiment of Renowned one, and they're fighting some tasty units. They've got Blackguard of Nagaron there, which are not going to go down without a fight, and they're going to do some pretty brutal damage. I believe the Necro Sphinx itself isn't actually that great at anti-infantry. Like, it's still going to do good. But if I'm not mistaken, the War Sphinx is much more effective at killing infantry, whereas the Necro Sphinx, because of these huge blades, are much better at just slicing away large units. However, you know, as you can see, it's still causing a huge nuisance, and the Tomb King, the Dark Elves are surrounding it with everything. Going, oh my god, that guy just got sliced through up and then cut down. Wow. That was some of the animations for these guys are amazing. I want to make my way over and see how this Hero Titan's doing. Shooting out his laser beams again. More Blackguard pushing up. And I think that's gonna be the key to this battle, is whether or not the Dark Elves can use their anti-large units effectively enough to take out these constructs, because that's what the main strength of the Tomb Kings do lie. You know, their Tomb Guard are good, however, they're not going to be executioners or anything. So it's going to be how well these constructs are used. Also, if you guys didn't know, there are actually custom animations for the Tomb King units. So, you know, you might see some kill animations on these guys, some specific animations as well, going off between constructs and dragons. You can see like exactly like that Hero Titan just literally punched it in the face, and the dragon reacted pretty nicely, which I think is really cool that there are custom scenarios like that. Ooh, the Realm of Souls does look like it is being popped off. I wonder what tier of Realm of Souls though. We also have the Knights from the Tomb Kings pushing in, but they're up against Blackguard, who are a potent foe. I wonder where Cetra is, actually. Because Cetra still has a large portion. He's bringing up his Vanguard now, where he does have a lot of the Sharp T and other infantry, which are now being brought up to the fight. He also has a normal Necrosinks there, not the Regiment of Renown. And a lot of archers back here. And these archers definitely do kind of dictate the battle, especially in the early game. For them, the Tomb King archers can output a lot of damage if they're left alone, and they're so cheap as well. Also, look how great this battle does look. We have the engagement over there, we have an engagement there, we have an engagement right here, and then also over there. And I guess that's one of the things which I can't really handle when I'm trying to commentate and play the battle at one time. It just doesn't really pan out like that, and we don't get these really cool engagements because I'm busy. You know, I might miss a lot of this stuff. Or I might not split my forces up like this. Because it is the AI, we do actually get this really cool battle scenario. And we also don't know who's going to win. Because normally when I fight the AI and it's relatively close, I'm always going to come out on top. However, when it's AI versus AI, as long as I just get the two armies to clash into one another, who knows who will win. This Blackguard, this Blackguard unit, which was foolishly charged off, has been slain, but the Witch Elves are coming in now. So the Blackguard do try and retreat. I guess the Witch Elves are going to try and give the brave members some time to escape. Now, one of the cool things about the Witch Elf units is they actually provide quite a lot of bloodlust to the enemy, meaning that they'll keep all these units enraged and cause them to fight them, even though I don't know if skeletons do get enraged. So we do have Murderous Prowess being popped off by the Dark Elves. I think this is the perfect opportunity for them just to start cutting through the Tomb King infantry, which is exactly what we're going to be seeing. We'll start the camera a little bit as we just go down this partial battle line. Tomb Guard versus Dread Spears. We've got War Hydras and Cold One Knights as well. This Murderous Prowess is going to be very important. And luckily for the Dark Elves, what normally you want to have happen when you do pop Murderous Prowess is you want to be engaged with as many units as physically possible, because it provides you with such good bonuses, so the more units you're fighting, the better, really. And, you know, the AI does seem to be committing their forces pretty generously. There's one brave unit of Tomb Guard still fighting. But I mean, can you even class Tomb Guard as being brave? Because really, you're just like a spirit attached to a body, so you don't really have anything to lose. And you can just get brought back. I assume, actually, I don't know, this could be wrong. You can just get brought back over and over and over again, if I'm not mistaken. You know, as long as the spellcaster, like Cetra, is powerful enough to, you know, keep on bringing and attaching souls. Like, you don't just get one life, right, as the skeletons for Cetra, because I know they're very different to the vampire counts. Vampire counts just kind of force you to be attached to the skeleton and bend to their will, whereas the Tomb Kings are a lot more, I guess, a lot more honourable about it. They very much, you know, only bring back the one thing and the willing. Cetra is just such a nice guy, you see. So I assume it's not just like a one and done. You do have multiple reincarnations as long as Cetra has enough power, or whoever the spellcaster is has enough power to keep on doing it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, all these lives are tied to Cetra and his power. If Cetra dies, all of these guys, I imagine, do die as well, because Cetra isn't binding their life force together anymore. The Executioners maybe aren't the most optimal unit here to try and take on the Hero Titan, but they're going to try nonetheless. I mean, bringing this Hero Titan down is just going to be key to victory. I might do for a video as well, I've been thinking about it, making all the entity scaling down to like 50%, and then just having like, I don't know, like 40 Hero Titans up against their force, like it's a normal army, and just the Hero Titans will be like up to here, like the tip of the sword. They'll be tiny, but still just sending people flying, because all the animations are exactly the same, no matter what the entity scaling is. So you'll still see units going flying, but they'll be tiny and it might look hilarious. It could make for a fun video. So how is the battle overall going? If we just zoom out, we can probably take a nice little look. Does look like the Tomb Kings are doing a great job, especially around here surrounding Malekith, bringing him down to half HP. The actual infantry for the Tomb Kings aren't standing up whatsoever. However, it does look like their constructs are doing a great job. The balance of power is still very, very even. Not one side really running away with the battlefield whatsoever. So it is really going down to the wire. And that's the great thing about these AI battles, I feel. I think it'll take a couple time for us to really get the hang of like when we should give the AI control and when we shouldn't. But I'm hoping, you know, after a few of these, we'll be able to start getting a really nice like scenario-esque type battle going down. This is a shame we can't really do any siege maps or anything. Because the AI, the siege AI isn't stupid because of how simple sieges are. So it would be kind of cool just to play some of the default Tomb King sieges and stuff like that. But unfortunately, you can't play any sieges in Warhammer laboratory mode, unfortunately. Which does suck, because it would be really cool if you could pick them up. Oh, we've got some crossbow versus skeleton action. These guys do have shields, so they're actually, you know, fairly well armored, but I think the amount of arrows pouring in is spectacular. Also, like, how well has this battle ran? I was assuming for, like, decent FPS, but this battle was run smooth as anything. 32,000 soldiers is nothing, apparently, to my 1070. And I do get that question quite a lot. I will always make sure from now on to have my system specs linked down below in the description. Which I should be doing anyway, because the 1070 was gracefully sent to me by Asus ROG. They were kind enough to actually send me the 1070 Ti, which I'm using, and it just absolutely annihilates these Warhammer battles. I actually did a sponsored video not so long ago where we got 72,000 soldiers into the laboratory. It was laggy, but on slow-mo, it was playable. Like, I was getting decent FPS on slow-mo. Which normally on slow-mo on my previous card, I was getting like, I don't know, 40,000 soldiers, and I was getting 72. It was absolutely mad how many troops were brought to this battle. I might try and do that again for a proper video, because last time I was kind of cutting and doing loads of other stuff because it was a sponsored video. So let me know in the comments if you guys would want to see, you know, me just push it to the absolute limit. 72, I think 70,000 would probably be a good place to stop before it got really like jolty and frame ratey. You know, you can still watch it pretty nicely. And we'll just have a 72,000 unit battle. Like, that's not something you hear every day. And it probably is the biggest Total War battle ever. I can't imagine maybe Medieval 2 has had bigger battles, but they would obviously nowhere near look as good. So the Dark Elves are coming out on top, as it seems like they've managed to absolutely ruin this right flank. You can see just the skeletons leaving in their wake. I mean, they've taken casualties, but not as many. And you can see this entire force has pushed round. Now we're going to be having the rest of the infantry, the Hydra blowing away. I mean, if they can get a good charge off on these archers as well, that'll be devastating to the ranks. You have a few Witch Elves coming out of the abyss right there. The Hydra making its way in. The Cold One Knight's back up there. Yeah, these archers do not stand a chance as the Dread Swords just come piling in. And the Hydra just doesn't even care about these guys, looking for more damage as the Hydra comes flying in as well. The Sharpti are surrounding the Black Dragons. Malekith himself is also only at half health. Like, he's been in here for a long time. And I guess the Tomb King halberds just couldn't get onto these units, as it does seem like a lot of these units are starting just to crumble. And I think the Tomb Kings have lost this battle, and their rounds are going to be pillaged, because yeah, once they start to crumble, once their HP bar goes, it's just over. I also never saw Cetra in this battle. I'm not sure if you guys noticed him, but I literally never saw him whatsoever. Yeah, the Tomb Kings are done. They're crumbling, I guess, because Cetra has now perished. He is now Cetra the Perishable. Everyone else is just decaying and leaving this world. Pretty horrific. So is that going to be it? Oh my god, look how many skeletons are here as well. There's a few Witch Elves and Blackguard of Nagaron, but this is mainly just like Tomb Kings. They had no luck here. I guess Malekith maybe popped off some good spells, and the Black Dragons really helped out as well, but even still, I kind of expected more from the Tomb Kings with their powerful construct. You can see if I press end battle, that we gave them a lot of good units, you know. Sentry got 400 kills and we missed every single one of them kills. I say I'm supposed to be using an AI mod to make this, you know, easier to watch, but clearly did not happen. Yeah, it's not like the Tomb Kings didn't get a lot of kills. I guess it's just, yeah, the executioners just really racked them up. 1,000 kills on that unit, 700 on these. I mean, it's not even like the War Hydra and the Black Dragon really did a crazy amount, considering they had 18,000. You know, what's 300 kills out of 18,000? Not a lot. It was just the infantry they just couldn't deal with. Yeah, all the Black Guard doing decent. And unfortunately, I guess as well, a lot of the kills would have come from crumbling as well, not just the Dark Elves slaying these skeletons. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. And also let me know what you want to see next on the channel in the laboratory. Now that we're using this AI general mod, we can basically just, you know, set the battle up, clash the two sides, and then stick it on AI controlled. And then the AI will take it from there, meaning we can get 100% more visual stuff. And do let me know if you guys want to see more of that, as these battles are obviously more designed around what you guys want to see, and I'm just here to facilitate with my computer and try and create the battles that you guys want to see. So make sure to drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.